What is up, guys? Welcome to the vlog. I haven't done one of these car vlogs in quite a while. Yes, we are in the automobile. Let's raise this up a little. On our way over to Bowen Park.
It's just a static electricity. It's us moving to the sound. Your lips are all I need.
Pushing myself to get an iPad because I was always against iPad, guys. I was never an iPad person. Now iOS 11 changes everything about an iPad. It makes the iPad incredibly productive, and if I pair that with my cloud storage that I have, I believe, a terabyte cloud storage. I have some gigantic cloud storage. Yeah, it actually becomes a very viable, productive product. Now the problem is iOS 11, you can only have that on the newer iPads. On top of that, you can only use the Apple Pencil on the iPad Pro. Man, I don't know, there's so many freaking products and rules and all that. And yesterday I went to the Apple store and I was gonna pick myself up the new Apple iPad 5. And I had the refund money from the shoes, and I was like, okay. And I was gonna put the whatever remained on my card, and my wife said, don't put it on the card. You know, like if you like, don't get it. She says, don't get it. Like she was very angry. She was, rah. So I didn't get it, but I was like, oh, I really wanted it. But that turned out for the better, guys, because I am now going to pick up an iPad Pro, 12.9 inch. That has 4 gigs of RAM and performs on par with a Ivy Bridge i5 Intel processor does. That's incredible. The only thing that's really limiting about iPads is iOS. I never understood why iPad Pro would go iOS. The only thing bogging an iPad Pro down is iOS, in my opinion. If you make it where you connect the keyboard and it has like OS X, and then when you detach it, it turns into iOS. That would be the ideal iPad Pro, in my opinion. All right, guys, so we're here. That was kind of a crazy drive, actually. It was 20 miles, but I hit traffic in the middle. Thank the Lord I had fast track. But now I'm just waiting. Legitimately, I feel blessed that I didn't buy that iPad at the Apple store yesterday. It is incredibly zippy. Plus, I get the Apple Pen, and I have a Logitech case.
If possible, make a legal U-turn.
I'm trying to make a legal U-turn. That was as legal as it could get.
In 600 feet, turn right.
Next scene you'll see is when I zip back home, and I'll probably have already played with the iPad Pro. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of this thing. I played with this all freaking day. I kind of ran everything from games to Notability to iMovies to a video edit. I tried it all. This is the 128 gigabyte edition. At the time, this was $1,000, 1,100 or something like that. And it is massive. Aside from one little flaw down here. I took a Dremel to it, so now it's smooth. Last but not least, I used my BMW touch-up paint to fix the little divot, and it's looking pretty good. I could have done a better job with the touch-up paint, definitely, but for the most part, I filled in all the gaps. It's gonna dry very smooth. But in overall, in the bigger picture, it's very hard to tell now. So step 1, clean it off with some alcohol. Let's focus. Step 2, get a Dremel and Dremel it as smooth as you can. And then step 3, add a little bit of touch-up paint, and that is how you fix your Apple products. For the most part, guys, this doesn't always work. I did use some in my older Macs, and there is a color difference. So if you're doing multiple spots, there's going to be a color difference. But if you're just doing one little patch like this, it's going to dry a little bit lighter, I think, which this color matches it perfectly. Everything else is perfect. I do have the original case and everything. Screen is perfect, no defects with it. And I do have the Apple Pencil along with the Logitech Create keyboard case. Now, can this thing replace my MacBook Air 13-inch? Long story short, no, it can't. Let me go ahead and explain this to you. This is an insane piece of tech. Insane. Although it's not more portable than my MacBook Air. As sad as it is to say, this thing just lacks the ports, lacks the all-in-oneness, I guess you could say. So the size of these two things are very similar. The MacBook Air 13-inch is just slightly larger. But this comes with keyboard, two USBs, a Thunderbolt port, an SD card reader, headphone jack, and a power connector. All good I/O already on here, and a really nice case with a trackpad. This is the whole package. If I want to add some of these features into this one, I have to get the keyboard case, the Apple Pencil, because the iPad Pro does not support a mouse, which I have no idea why it wouldn't. And when you put everything together, it becomes larger, thicker than the MacBook Air 13-inch, all while still not supporting a mouse, which you have this for that, so I guess that's as close as you're going to get. But it doesn't have the I/O that I need, the inputs and outputs. It does not have a USB connector, it does not have anything. So depending on your use case, definitely an iPad Pro can replace a notebook. If you're the type of person that only surfs the web and you just do like light video consumption, internet shopping, this very, very old iPad Air could replace your notebook pretty much. If you do word processing, starting to get a little bit more productive, but still not in the photo, video editing area, you just do word processing for school, then the iPad Pro can replace the MacBook Air 13. But if you dabble at all in video editing, then no, the MacBook Air 13 will crush the iPad Pro. Yeah, the MacBook Air edits way better. I mean, is it more powerful? Probably not. It's boosting the same amount of RAM, 4 gigabytes. At its base configuration, the same amount of storage, 128 gigabytes, which is funny because 128 gigabytes how much RAM I have in my Mac Pro. Welcome to 2017, guys. And my Mac Pro is from 2009. So what is the iPad Pro good for, guys? What is it good for? A traveler's dream. That's what I'm gonna say. That's how I categorize this, guys. An iPad Pro 12.9 and a Bose SoundLink Revolve is literally a traveler's dream setup. You could do everything you need to do portable computing wise through the iPad Pro. You have a nice sound quality, nice boomy sound quality like you do at the house. On the go, this is amazing. It's like a match made in heaven. The iPad Pro and the Bose SoundLink Revolve, they go so well together. So the iPad speakers are so overhyped. So if you look, this is the iPad speaker at maximum volume. I mean, it's good. It's for an iPad, it's fantastic. But I mean, when you compare it to the Bose,
and these iPad Pro,
it makes such a big difference. I don't even crank this up because it doesn't need to go that high. But man, this, wow. About 80%. So let's get to the bottom line here. If you're just using a computer to surf the web, write up documents, and kind of multitasking that or copy pasting, now the iPad Pro can do all of that and more. So it will be able to replace your MacBook devices if you want that to be. If you do any kind of more serious photo, video work, then the iPad Pro is nice to have, but it will not replace your MacBook Pros. I don't know what to say about it. It's fantastic. I love it. I love it because it's so overkill, and I like things that are overkill. As you can tell from my computer, I try to overkill my computer as well. So I love it. I love it, really. I wouldn't have it any other way. But is it practical enough for me to recommend it? Like I said, if you have deep enough pockets, you're not going to regret it. It's a fantastic, fantastic tablet. Well, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, great night, great whenever you're watching this. Remember, live well, laugh more.